Hello everyone. Hope you are staying safe and taking a good care of yourselves during this pandemic situation, COVID-19, which has significantly devastated the entire world. So, during such situation, it is the duty of all of us to be more stronger, to be more positive, to be more optimistic, and spreading the positive vibes throughout the globe. Having said that, having keeping in that mind, let me take this opportunity to thank Wickramasinghepura Leo Club, Miss Nadisha Vipulaguna, the secretary of the club, who invited me to share some of my thoughts on this COVID-19, the pandemic, and how, as the young individuals, we should overcome this situation. So, being an academic who's working as a university lecturer, who's dealing with the undergraduates of age groups of 19 to 23, I would like to share my thoughts on this situation. And I was advised that the target audience of this session is more or less the youngsters, basically the young entrepreneurs who are energetic and who are motivated and who would like to take challenges and to look forward as a strong group of individuals. So, without taking further ado, let me pose you this question. Now, it's been almost 40 plus days that we have been staying inside our homes. We are engaged in a lot of different activities. But if I am to ask this question, what have you done during the past 40 days? What have you done? Some may say I'm an undergraduate, so I used to get involved with the distance learning that is being conducted by my lecturers, my institution, my university. So even in our case, even in my case, being a university academic, I used to have distance learning conducted for my students starting from last week onwards, where um, we as the academics, including myself, we use the learning management system offered by our university, and to that I upload the content, the lecture handouts, the PowerPoint presentations embedded with my voice, and also upload the video footages whereby the students will have the interaction with us. They will feel that we are there even though we are connecting through online media. So, and also we take meetings through the Zoom system, the Zoom room. So, we are being almost involved, and also I'm pretty sure the undergraduates who are staying at their homes, at their particular residences, are almost occupied with the work. And also in terms of the young entrepreneurs, so y'all would be a bit complicating, y'all would be a bit confused during this pandemic situation, because 2 days back I spoke to one of my close associates. He's basically an importer of motor vehicles. So what he said was, uh, anyway, because of this pandemic, the imports to the country has been restricted, and also during these days, of course, no imports that can be seen. And as a backup, he's having a clothing store where he has opened it, but still he's having the risk that the people are um, coming to his particular outlet, and he has put all the precautionary measures, hand sanitizers kept, and all are advised to wear face masks and come inside the outlet. Without that, no one is allowed to come inside. And with such precautionary measures going on, he himself believed that since his vehicle import business is at a standstill position, where he is not being able to continue it for the moment, but as a backup, he is having his clothing store going on. So likewise, that's a small example that I relate, which is my own real life example, the situation. And what he said was, it is a difficult situation, but we, as businessmen, as entrepreneurs, we try our best to overcome this situation. So likewise, you would be also into different types of activities, business activities. So in my case, being a person who's into the education sector, I have I've got to know that even the schools have also started their programs through the online methods. So even now we can see, if we just switch on the TV in the morning, we can see there are media channels. Uh, they have converted one of their channels into educational based programs are being telecasted through that channel. And so in those means also, students will get the knowledge which are required for them. And also even if you take the tuition providers of O level, A level, they also have moved into online media. So we can see a transformational change. And so that is a point of view from entrepreneurs into the education sector. And also, if you take, you have been involved in the producing food and beverages like fruit juices and all. So you would be wondering, like, now, those days, I used to get a lot of customers, but because of this COVID, the pandemic situation, I don't get much customers. Basically, there's no customer base actually. So what you all can do is, you all can move into online platforms. So online platforms, in the sense, now, if you take recent examples, because of this COVID pandemic, the supermarkets which uh, had their own systems in place, but they haven't implemented such a system where online ordering and the delivery to doorstep. So because of the COVID pandemic, that was also evident. So it just took like few hours for them to develop their online platform and to cater to the needs of the community. So in that way, even the small entrepreneurs also can think of new ways of um, overcome this situation to increase the income levels, to guarantee the return that you are expecting during this situation. And also, there, apart from the students, apart from the young entrepreneurs, there can be some individuals who are just staying at home without utilizing the time in a productive motive. So the youth that I am going to address today, let me give you all this advice. If you are a student, if you are undergraduate, if you are a person who's already involved in your educational activities, that's okay. And individuals who are already employed, who is serving for a particular employer, they would also be involved with their own work, as work from home concept has been introduced, so they would also be productively using the time. But the other group who are not using the time productively, let me address you all specifically. Now, you would be wasting your time watching movies, just browsing through the internet, and just wasting your time. So, what you all can do is, now you all can start your own homegrown home gardening concept that you all can start. Now, as you all know, there are institutions in our country have come forward to help in the home gardening concept. So, y'all can involve in the home gardening concept where the production can be done by yourself. Whatever the requirements that you all have, the vegetables, the fruits, and all can be satisfied at your home, in your garden. So imagine if you don't have the access, if you don't have the space, if you don't have the floor area to continue the home gardening concept, you all can think of other forms of uh, utilizing time. So it is also evident that some of the uh, most top class universities in the world have given the open access to their online courses. So, if you are not currently involved in some kind of an academic purpose, so please do get registered with those courses, right? And also, there are certain publications, the publishers rather, have given the open access to their most expensive books and their publications. So you all can get the benefit from those uh, providers as well. And also, since these online platforms, online teaching, learning goes on, there has been a vast requirement for the data services. So even the telecommunication providers have provided the access. They have also given concessions for you all to access the internet. So I have seen for 7 days that they have provided emergency data. So those initiatives also going on. And also for young entrepreneurs, if I am to say, uh, the government has also has also given some concessions on the loans that the loan installments that the whole for the loan installments, where the loan installments will not be deducted, uh, provided if you all instruct your bank to do so. So you all can request the bank. As entrepreneurs, you all would have taken loans, so you all can make a request to your particular bank to keep that particular concession. So all sorts of initiatives going on. So it is your duty as the youth of the country to grab those opportunities. Grab the opportunities rather than wasting your time. precious time. So you have to utilize your precious time in a productive manner. And also, the some of the tips that I can share with you are during this time. Now, imagine, now you would have had lot of complicating, complex needs and wants. So, now, for example, before this pandemic situation, you would be having excuse, you would be enjoying your weekend, you would be traveling, you would be hanging out with your friends. But now there's a limitation to all those the good times that you all had. So during this pandemic situation, now whatever the things that you all wanted were not the essentials. The essentials were the uh, day-to-day meals that you all have to satisfy. So because of that, the supermarket chains and all the institutions came forward. And the idea that I want to share is, please do not waste your money during these time period, because identify what are the most essential and you are supposed to satisfy those essentials only. Have a plan. Have a plan on your earnings, future earnings, because of this situation, the future earnings are questionable. So you need to come up with a plan on how to ensure future earnings, and also what are the ways of saving your uh, finances. So as the young entrepreneurs, you would be spending whatever the amounts only for the essential, and also look new ways of utilizing funds, new ways of generating income. So as I said earlier, online platforms, online methods will be the future of our country, the future of Sri Lanka, the way forward Sri Lanka. So it is the duty of each and every individual, especially the youth, the youngsters. We should come forward and we should enlighten our parents as well as our elders of utilizing technology, so the way forward in Sri Lanka. And also, um, we should take the upper hand in motivating our friends and associates to take the maximum out from these novel methods. And also, I would like to motivate the youth of this country to think about the country, the country that we live. Now, we are staying at home. We are staying at home safely. But there are individuals who are out there, especially the armed forces, the healthcare sector, the doctors, the medical practitioners. So all have come forward and they are doing their best to control this situation. So as young individuals, it is our duty to ensure that while we are staying at our homes, staying safe, we have to share positive vibes, spread the positive vibes around the globe, around the country, and should ensure that all of us, as one unit, overcome this situation. So I hope I have been able to share my insights, my thoughts on this COVID-19 the pandemic and addressing the youth of the nation. So please do come forward, come up with a lot of ideas, come up with new initiatives, think out of the box, think in a manner that it will help our country to uplift the economy, because in future the topic will be the economy, how once this situation comes to a normal condition, it then it becomes how we are going to ensure that how we are going to uplift the economy of the country. So when it comes to that concept, it will become the duty of all of us to work hard and to ensure that we as a strong nation will rise back again as Sri Lanka, as Sri Lankans, and doing our duty to our mother nation. So wishing you all the very best and success in the endeavors, whatever the endeavors that you are hoping to achieve in your life. And let's work together to overcome this situation and look for new avenues in future. So thank you very much, everyone, and stay safe, stay at home, and work, utilize your productive time, your precious time in a productive manner uh, during this time period. Thank you very much.